I'm giving away this fantasy-themed mystery box. It contains merchandise from The Witcher, Game of Thrones, The Hobbit and Lord of the Rings. I'll even be throwing in this Magic the Gathering Lord of the Rings starter kit. So if you want to get your hands on it, stick around to the end of the video to know how. Barbie, a doll living in a utopian fantasy, learns what it's like to be a woman in the real world. Greta Gerwig's pink-covered film is a brilliant satire that thoughtfully explores sexual and relationship dynamics. It's also knockout funny with a whole lot of heart, epic dance numbers, and gleefully torches societal norms. Ryan Gosling steals the show as Barbie's smitten wannabe boyfriend. Ken's masculine-fueled, shredded six-pack antics will leave you laughing. There'll also be a few upsets as both characters find fulfillment on their grand journey of self-realization. Barbie, played by Margot Robbie, gets out of bed for another perfect day in her dream house. She gets nice and clean without any water, clothes magically appear on her body, and delicious breakfast awaits, but there's no actual eating involved. Why take the slide downstairs when you can just jump off the roof and float down? She waves hello to the other smiling Barbies on her block. We then hear Helen Mirren as the narrator explaining the endless joy of living in Barbieland. President Barbie, played by Issa Rae, makes sure the government is run smoothly. Dr. Barbie, played by Harry Neff, keeps everyone healthy. Physicist Barbie, played by Emma Mackey, wins another Nobel Prize in front of a cheering Barbie crowd. There's even pregnant Midge, played by Emerald Fennell, to congratulate her. Every Barbie is a successful woman with an interesting occupation. They congratulate themselves for being inspirations to all the little girls in the human world. And then we have Ryan Gosling's Ken, who tries to impress Barbie at every turn. He seems to be much cooler and takes centre stage from the other Kens. We also meet Simu Liu's Ken, who seems to be angling for Barbie's attention also. We then cut to a massive party scene which ends with Ken and Barbie having a conversation. We're then left with the questions, why doesn't she invite him over for sleepovers and what has he got to do? But then we find out that something strange is going on with this Barbie. Barbie's mentality is changing and her arched feet start touching the floor. And she's also having thoughts about dying. So then the other Barbies suggest that there's only one Barbie with the answer. And that's Weird Barbie, played by Kate McKinnon. With burnt hair, a pen-marked face, and always in splits, gives a shocking answer. She tells Margot Robbie's Barbie that she's a doll of a troubled human girl. Barbie must travel to the human world and find out why the bridge between them has grown dark and sad. Barbie has also had fleeting visions of an angry Sasha and her worried mum Gloria. Barbie resolves to leave immediately but doesn't realise Ken is hiding in the back seat. And this is where Barbie hits early on with some shocking truths. Sexual jeers and offensive catcalling catches her off guard. She quickly realises that women don't run the real world and they are sexually objectified by men who are portrayed to be actually in charge. That epiphany is a minor slap compared to an uppercut blow. And this is when Sasha destroys her with a brutal takedown. She says modern girls despise Barbie. She stands for oppression and subservience. An unrealistic male ideal that crushes women's self-esteem from childhood. A weeping Barbie can't comprehend what's just happened. As she cries, she realises that she's never actually cried before. She feels awful but strangely soothing at the same time. Barbie's release of negative emotions opens a flood of self-doubt. She starts questioning herself like what's her purpose? Does she only exist as a tool of subjugation? What makes this Barbie so special? The Mattel CEO, played by Will Ferrell, provides desperately needed comfort and invaluable guidance. Being a woman isn't easy, every day can feel like a struggle, but never underestimate yourself or worth. Barbie has provided joy and happiness to millions over decades. We then cut to Ken, who's taking a stroll through Los Angeles that leads to the entirely opposite reaction. He's always played second fiddle to Barbie. Now he begins to be persuaded by the real world, thinking maybe men deserve to rule. They are bigger, stronger, and assume they must be smarter as well. And he starts wondering, why does he always clamour for Barbie's attention? He also thinks that she should be honoured to be in his grand presence. He thinks that these women just don't know what's best for them. And this is just some of the misogyny that enters Ken's mind. Gerwig's contrast of Barbie and Ken sparks up extreme gender roles. It's all playfully done and tongue-in-cheek, but achieves the purpose of illuminating disparity between the sexes. Yes, there should be more females in positions of power and authority, but regular women trying to do the best for themselves and their families deserve praise and commiseration. No one should base their expectations on the approval of another. There's a give and take that must exist for harmony. The film shows that Ken doesn't have to be tough and dominant, and that Barbie can have cellulite and flat feet without hating herself. But this film does have a deeper meaning, and it's hard to pick up on because several subplots are hit and miss. Mattel attempts to mock itself with a goofy CEO and his pack of chairmen, with their hilarious acknowledgement of past failures. Like pregnant Midge, babysitter Skipper and camera Barbie is cleverly done. Michael Cera adds to the ensemble slapstick with another doll, Alan, who has more of a crush on Ken than he does Barbie. Gerwig shows all stripes with a deft touch and sensibility. Barbie will keep your children entertained with its dazzling production designs, costumes and sets inspired by the toys, and amazing musical numbers. But the narrative and the deeper meaning is squarely aimed for the adults. Gerwig wants to reconcile the love and hate for Barbie in a neat package. And in my opinion, she has hit the nail on the head. But that's just my thoughts and feelings about the film. If you've seen it, I'd love to know what you thought about it in the comments below. And if you want to win this fantasy-themed mystery box, all you need to do are these 3 simple things. Leave a like on this video, comment on any of my videos, and subscribe to my channel, and one lucky random subscriber will be announced on the 31st of July. You can even hit that bell icon to keep up to date with my latest uploads and giveaways, such as my comic book giveaways every fortnight. And before I go, I just want to say a massive thank you for watching and to smash that like button. It may just be a minor thing for you, but it's a major thing for this channel in terms of growth. So with all of that being said, I will see you in the next one, but until then, take care.